barbershop niche. No, it's not the crud. Today was a migraine. Okay, we are kicked off and running. How many of you get that notification when I connect to YouTube? I've never really got over that crud, to be honest with you. I still got a little bit of a cough and a little bit of rasp. Let me make sure everybody's got the screen, and let's rock and roll. Awesome, dude. Calendly is an awesome program. And I know the flu's going around big here. I mean, the hospitals are full with people with the flu. So I went to a store the other day, did all my shopping, and bought enough food to last me about 3 weeks. So I don't even have to go back until people start getting over the flu, if they get over it or whatever they do. But it's great to have everybody with us tonight on our Wednesday night training presented by the Appwizard Studio team. It's always a pleasure to come to you on Wednesday nights and and actually it's kind of like meeting the family at the fire pit. You know, everybody just kind of circled around to see what's going on. And tonight we're going to talk about some things that we've probably never talked about. You think you've talked about everything, and then someone calls and asks you a question and says, hey, can we SEO our apps? And then the next day a nice article comes in. It's talking about branding and SEO and the way things are happening today and the keywords that are being used and that kind of thing. So tonight's training kind of fell in place actually over since Sunday. I had other plans and kind of changed just a little bit. We're still going to do what I was talking about tonight. We're going to talk about branding and those kind of things. We may move the subway model till next week. I don't think we're going to have time to get it in tonight because there's some things that I'm going to want to show you tonight to help you get your app on Google when people do local searches and those kind of things. One thing people worry about is, well, gosh, man, well, if somebody searches for me in Kalamazoo, are they going to find me? You're in Texas, dude. I'm in Commerce, Texas. I don't really care about what people look at in Kalamazoo. I need to worry about what people are searching for in Commerce, Texas. And we're going to talk about that here in just a few minutes. So if you have not joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. Great place to be. And a lot of great training in there. We're going to talk about educating yourself here in just a moment. A lot of great educational information that comes through the Facebook group. And if you have not joined our YouTube channel and be a part of our YouTube channel, let me grab this here real quick. I think I got it in my notes. I do. Go in and like our YouTube channel, if you would. Let me put this in the group here to everybody. Make sure you like our YouTube channel. When I go live on Wednesday nights, we are also on YouTube at the same time. We're live on YouTube. And you want to make sure that you catch those live shows and the ability to watch it immediately afterwards if you miss something. So be a part of that. And there's every training we've ever done is on YouTube, with the exception of a couple of times when we were using other programs that didn't work. But this program works good. We're sharing it. We go live. You get a notification, and it's a great place to be. A real quick disclaimer, Appwizard Studio nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training you will make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, have different work ethics and different desires. If you're new on our training and this is your first time here and you ask yourself, why does he say that? Because the FTC requires it. And that's the only reason I say it. But I've been saying it now for about a year and a half, I guess, when they came out and said, hey, you got to tell people that you can't guarantee them anything. And we just make sure that you know that. So, and that's pretty much the verbiage that I've been using. Actually, it is the verbiage I've been using for about 18 months. How many of you pay attention to the tech world? And when I say the tech world, I'm not just talking about your mobile phone. That iPhone has screwed up royally. If you're running iOS 11 I think it's 0.02 now or 0.20 or whatever it is, it's screwed up. My phone is totally screwed up, and I'm getting ready to go back to Android. But how many of you keep up with the tech world? And it's like it's moving at lightning speed, and you really have to stay involved and you need to study. And I was just talking, I was very blessed to have breakfast with William Bracy yesterday morning. He drove in from Fort Worth, took him about 3 hours to get here. And we spent a good 2.5 hours probably together, having breakfast and meeting, and just a really great time of fellowship and sharing in business strategies. And I did something I haven't done in a long time. I actually drew out a business strategy and what we had talked about on a placemat in the restaurant, and he got to fold it up and take it out, and just had a really, really good time with him. And we were talking about, sometimes we get so wrapped up in studying that we forget to do everything else, and it kind of keeps us confused. But there's some things that you have to stay on top of. And don't get bogged down with studying the gadgets, and all the widgets out there, everything that comes along. I mean, there's something new released every day for Facebook. There's something new released every day for video. You can go to YouTube and do just about everything you ever wanted to do with a video. All you need to do is have a place on your computer that you can upload it. If you've got a phone, all you have to do is take the video on your phone and you can upload it directly to YouTube from your phone, put the description in, all the SEO information, and do everything you need to do. There are actually great apps out there that you can edit the videos right on your phone. So we really live in a mobile world. I mean, if you think about it, we don't need computers for too much anymore. And that's the way the world is looking at everything. Everything is based on that mobile phone, and it's getting more and more and more and more. We do all of our shopping on our phone. We search for the places to eat on our phone. We look for the best clothes on our phone. We look for the number one restaurant in town on our phone. In Texas, I don't know how many of you have been to Texas. Some of you are from Texas. One of the big things in Texas is chicken fried steak. If you've never had a Texas chicken fried steak with cream gravy, mashed potatoes, and all the sides, you're really missing out on something special. And if I ever have anything here where I have the opportunity to invite everybody to Texas, I will treat everyone that comes to a nice chicken fried steak dinner. And it's the most unbelievable thing in the world. Next to barbecue, it's the best. So if you've got a great chicken fried steak, and there's a couple of other places in your hometown that have chicken fried steak. For example, in my hometown, there's 2 or 3 places that serve chicken fried steak, but there's one restaurant that serves the absolute best chicken fried steak. And you need to make sure people know that when they do a search in Google on their phone. Kenny Dutton and I was on the phone last night for probably an hour. He's working with a person that we talked about, I think, last week. Excuse me, let me grab a drink. Of a tow truck driver that went from being the superstar tow truck driver in town to not getting any calls at all. And Kenny did some research, and he realized that the tow truck driver's phone number had been changed about 18 months before that. And everything that was on Google when they searched for him had the old phone number. So, you know, if you think about it, if you're broke down on the side of the road and you look for best tow truck drivers in Pecos, New Mexico, and your phone number is wrong, I don't care how many listings you have on there, they're not going to get a hold of you. They're going to call and they're going to wake somebody up in the middle of the night, and all you're going to do is tick somebody off. They're going to slam the phone down on you. And now you're discouraged because this person has all this information on Google and it's wrong. So whoever fell asleep at the wheel on that really messed the guy up. But fortunately, he knew where Kenny lived. He knocked on Kenny's door and said, please fix this. And Kenny's been working on it. And so I was sitting here in my living room last night, and I typed tow truck driving in Pecos, New Mexico. And this guy popped up, and he popped up right at the top. And he's using the Google Places. And he's got his ad in Google Places, and everything is sitting right there in front of me. And you think about this, when somebody searches for something, they're going to usually go for the top. So Google Places is extremely important when you SEO and you start building your citations, and everything has got to be right. The information has to be right. If you type a wrong phone number in, it'll kill you. And there was a guy in that called the other day. Man, I feel really dumb for saying this. He said, and this app, I built this app over 2 years ago. He said, I gave you guys the wrong phone number. And I said, well, we could change it in about 2 seconds. What's the new phone number? And so I changed the phone number. He said, you know what? He said, I cannot tell you the number of people that I've given this app out to with the wrong phone number. And he said, one of my customers walked in today. He said, man, I tried calling you 20 times yesterday from your app. And he said, nobody ever answered. And the guy said, well, I'm here all day long. He said, I didn't get the call. And he said, let me take a look at it. He opened it up on his own phone, tried to call, and guess what? It was the wrong phone number. So those are the very crucial things that you have to know about. That's the information that is extremely important. So tonight we're going to talk about how many of you get the technical, and let me see what it's called here. Think Google from Google. It's called thinkgoogle.com. And the information on there is extremely important. And if it comes from Google, I'm just a voice here. I'm just someone here that is going to relay the information because I sit down and I study this stuff. I get these all the time. I've joined Think Google, and I think it's think.google.com. I'll find out here in just a moment. But it's extremely important that these small things is what you stay up on. And you got to make sure that you study. And what we're going to talk about tonight is how shoppers find ideas and inspiration. Today's super empowered consumers know they can research anything they need or want online. But while people are still searching for specific products, they are increasingly turning to search before they've even figured out what to buy. Ultimately, they're looking for ideas and inspiration. And we're going to talk about those ideas and inspiration. Let me open up this. Hang on just 1 second. I'm going to go to my website here, to a web page. Boom. Let me go here first. Let me go share. And let me go to this web page. Everybody see the web page that says micro moments on it? Everybody? It says micro moments now, new consumer behaviors you need to know. I've talked about micro moments and micro commitments. It's thinkwithgoogle.com. I've talked about micro moments and micro commitments a little bit over the last several months. That's one thing I have studied, and I've studied extremely hard. Many of you know that I've got a beacon company, and it's going very well. And we build the beacons based on Google's micro moments and micro commitment thinking, and that's how we have gone in and we kind of looked at the way Amazon does things, where they say, okay, people that bought this, and those are those micro moments. I mean, people want to know what others are doing, and they want great ideas in order to do that. And the way they get ideas is by the businesses sharing with them exactly what they want to see. And so micro moments is, you need to study micro moments. Somebody typed that in the box there. You need to study and understand micro moments and how important that is. And we've got to get even a little more deeper in 2018 than we were last year when we go to SEO these apps, and we've got to share a little bit more data, and people are thinking different now. I was doing some homework today on shopping online, and the millennials are hot on shopping online. So, and that is the market today for shopping online. Like 60% shop online. And so we've got to start moving that direction with our customers. We've got to start helping them. You really need to start looking and studying Shopify and being able to put Shopify into the app. If that customer does not have a shopping cart, if they're not selling online, they're missing 50% of their sales a year. And 50% of the sales, I mean, think about this for a moment. If a business is doing $500,000 a year, just by putting up a shopping cart, you can take them to $750,000 a year overnight. And as if people start understanding and they start learning, and you start SEOing that information and doing it correctly with the mobile apps that they have. Now, listen to what I'm fixing to tell you. This is extremely important. I cannot drive this home enough. Don't get bogged down with toys. Okay? Do not get bogged down with toys. It's not about the toy market. It's not about the little JV widgets and all that crap that's out there. Okay? This is serious business that you need to take to your clients. And I'm talking, if you're going to do video, it's got to be on YouTube, and you need to drop it in Facebook, and they need to have a Facebook page, and it needs to be SEO. You can SEO. Facebook's one of the greatest places to SEO something. It's going to pop on the front page, and it doesn't take long for it to do it, because Facebook is what has probably the greatest SEO division on any website, because they want Facebook on the front of everything. You've got to use Yelp. You've got to use those kind of sites, and you've got to start doing this for your clients in order to help them become the powerhouse that they deserve to be. So you're going to have to learn how to do those things, okay? And we're going to be working on that. You know, not only are we talking about our mobile apps, because we're going to be able to do what? We're going to be able to connect Yelp to our mobile apps. We're able to connect Facebook pages to our mobile apps. We're able to connect those review sites to our apps. And it's extremely important that we do that this year. You're going to have to expand your business. Okay. You have to expand your business this year, but don't get wrapped around the axle. Ken, as I said earlier, is really focusing on the barbershops and doing a heck of a job. I mean, he's selling them a $99 app and a $55 a month text message package, and he's blowing them out of the water. He walked in one barbershop and sold 4 or 5 of them yesterday. To every barber in there, they're like, heck yeah, man, I can do that. I can do that. Okay. And he's got one barber that's just kicking butt. Will Sims has an ice cream shop that he's marketing on Facebook, local Facebook marketing. And I think in 5 days, he's had something like 46 signups for an ice cream cone, a free ice cream cone. And that's the stuff we're really going to be focusing on. Everybody on here and everybody pretty much knows how to build web apps. Am I wrong? Does everybody, I mean, can you search on in our YouTube channel and understand how to build web apps, mobile web apps? And there's enough help inside the Facebook group. You understand how to do that. You've got to expand your minds this year. And that's what we're going to be doing in trainings this year. I'm going to expand your mind. Some of you don't read, some of you won't read, and some of you will never go to Think Google and sign up to get their stuff. So I'm going to bring this information to you on Wednesday nights to help you build your business. Now, the one thing I can't do is make you take action. I can't kick you in the butt and make you do any of it, okay? You have to take responsibility for your company, and you have to do it, okay? But this is a micro moment, all right? Everything is before you. You have to make those decisions tonight on where you're going to take your company. So let's talk a little bit about micro moments. And we're just going to stay pretty much right here at the top of this, because then I'm going to go into the new article that just came out today. Mobile searches for best have grown over 80% in the past 2 years. Best hot dogs, best clothing company, best jeans, best farm equipment, best chicken fried steak, best barbecue. When people are looking for something, they don't want something that is going to not taste good, okay? They're looking for something that is the best. That is the best, okay? They want the best. And so they're going to search for the best, and it's grown over 80% in the past 2 years. Searches for best have shown higher growth among low consideration products than high consideration products over the past 2 years. Mobile searches for the term best toothbrush have grown over 100% in the past 2 years. Okay. So I want you to think about something for a moment. And when I saw this, it hit me like a ton of brick. I like to keep my shoes looking good. Okay. I like to go out and I like my tennis shoes clean. I can keep a pair of tennis shoes for 10 years because I keep them clean and I keep them lathered and I keep the right stuff on them and they stay nice. Okay. People are looking for ways to keep their shoes nice. I want the best way to keep my shoes looking nice. I want the best ways to make my tennis shoes last longer. You are dealing with businesses, especially if it's a shoe store or a clothing store that carries the line of stuff that allows them to do that. So you got to SEO their apps and SEO their information. So when people are looking for that, they're able to find it. Everybody's always looking for the best food. Everybody's looking for the best food. Okay. But lower consideration products mean things that we don't even think about. The best deodorants, the best shampoos, the best toothpaste, the best toothbrush, those little things, because people are getting more attentive to their health. People are getting more attentive to the things that they buy. They don't want a toothbrush that they buy at the dollar store for, five of them in a package for $1 that's going to last them 1 week and the bristles aren't going to get the stuff out of your teeth. They want a toothbrush that's good. So you're going to have to study and understand products that your businesses are selling. Who's the best haircut in town? When I SEO this app, I want to make sure that I tell people I have the best haircut in town. But not only that, what does a barbershop do that really brings them in the cash? What does a beauty salon do that really brings in the cash? They sell hair products. They sell shampoos, and they've all got the high-end, best quality shampoos. So when you're SEOing these, you need to make sure you say, hey, I've got the best shampoo for high sheen hair that there is in Commerce, Texas. Best shampoo in Commerce, Texas. Best haircut in Commerce, Texas. Best hairspray in Commerce, Texas. Those are the things that you need to talk about when you're SEOing these apps. It's extremely important that you do that. Why? Because they are making a micro moment searching for that information, and they're about to make a micro decision based on the best that there is out there. And you can do that with these apps. You don't have to go out once again. I'm going to say it again because it drives me crazy. You don't have to go find a bunch of stinking widgets to throw in there. All you got to do is go into the app, to the SEO section, to the description section, and put the information in there, and Google will crawl it. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about something that we don't normally do. We need to really start putting in even if you don't put it on the app, I recommend you do put it on the app. Okay. Based on the information I've been studying since about the end of December to now, you need to start making a nice About Us page. And what I would do, and we're going to talk about this tonight, and I'm hoping we get through everything. There's just a lot of information that we're going to put out tonight. There's always next week. But you need to learn how to make a menu and put on your app so that you can put other things. I'm going to be talking about putting products in your app. How many of you have ever heard me talk about putting products in your app? Probably none of you, except when I showed you how to put products in your app. You've never heard Carrie Miller say, we need to put products in the app. But when we're talking about the best shampoos, we need to put the best shampoos in the product section of the app. And we need to make sure you don't have to put prices and all that stuff. You don't have to sell it from the app, but you need to make sure that it's in there, and you need to make sure that it's worded correctly as the best shampoo in Commerce, Texas, so that when Google goes out and crawls your pages for your app, that the information is there. When it crawls the About Us section needs to be exactly that. About us, everything we do and the things we carry and the best products in Commerce, Texas that we have. Now, obviously, somebody just said, do we always put Commerce? No, it's the best wherever area you're at. Okay, Commerce is where I live. Okay, that's where I live. I know I say Dallas all the time. That's because people don't know where the heck Commerce is. Okay, so you have to do that. There were more than 100,000 unique searches for toothbrush in the past year alone. Now, they're pinging on this toothbrush. Why? Because it's a low-end, low-commodity item, but people are interested in. Why? Because their teeth are important to them. Does everybody follow me? Is everybody following where I'm at? And I know I sit and read this stuff, and you're saying, well, gosh dang, Kerry, you know a lot about it. That's because I read it. Okay, I study it and I understand it. Okay, in the past 2 years, we've seen more than a 60% increase in searches for the best deodorants. Here's another example. All right, now I am one to tell you, I have to use one particular deodorant. I've used it for years and years and years. It's called Degree. I started using it when it first came out on the market. It's the only deodorant in the world that will actually keep me dry. To me, it's the best deodorant on the market. You can search for it, and that's what I did. That's how I found it. I did a search because I was looking for something that really had really good reviews. Okay, really good reviews. We're going to be talking about reviews. So that's how I found it. In the past 2 years, we've seen more than 140% increase in searches for the best umbrellas. Okay, the best umbrellas. So, I mean, how many of you have walked outside with an umbrella, and soon as the wind hits it, the metal things flop up on the other side and you get soaking wet because the wind's blowing high? They've actually got umbrellas that don't do that. They've got actually got umbrellas that will do that, but you can pop them right back down into place. Okay. They've got umbrellas with long stems and stems you can adjust and all that kind of stuff. All right. So when I'm looking for the best umbrella, what am I going to do? I'm going to look for the review for the best umbrella. That's what I want. If I have a store and I sell umbrellas, that may be one of the things I want to look at. I mean, think about that. 140% increase in the last 2 years. That's huge. That is huge. All right. In the past 2 years, mobile searches for product reviews have grown over 35%. I was just talking about the About Us page. Okay. About the About Us page. In that About Us page, you can make it an About Us, and you can also make it a product review. So if they've got a product in their store that they know is really popular, create an about product, okay? Create a review about that product. Trust me, you can go online and Google all the reviews. Those review sites, those professional review sites have done all the SEO for you. The information is written correctly. All you got to do is copy and paste and make sure you put the link to their website on the bottom of it. Now you're doing a little bit of link juice going on there. You got a little bit of stuff going back and forth. It gives you that third-party credibility, and you just built a review on those products. Okay? Farm equipment. Think about this for a moment. What do people go to a farmer's hardware for? All right? They don't usually go in there to buy tractors and the big item stuff, even though they do. They go in there to find the best wrench. They go in there to find the best couplings. They go in there to find the best heater in the wintertime. They go in there to find the best grill in the summertime, things that you don't normally use. So you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to adjust according to season. Now, some of you are probably thinking, dang, man, are these stores going to pay for this? Absolutely, they will. If you open your mouth and ask and explain to them and you have the knowledge, knowledge is power. How many of you believe knowledge is power? How many on this call right here believe that knowledge is power? I can promise you, if you have it, you use it and people listen. You don't have to say, I said this. Let me tell you what Think with Google says. Okay. Let me tell you what Think with Google says. Yeah. Applied knowledge is power. Absolutely. You're absolutely. Applied knowledge is power. And you have to apply. If you don't use it, there's an old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. In this case, if you don't use it, you lose a customer. You definitely have to apply it. Okay, you have to apply it. Very good point, Michael. Okay, so let's go over here real quick. Can everybody see my screen change? It says Think with Google, how shoppers find ideas and inspirations. Can everybody see that? Yes. Okay. This is the new infographic that just came out here today. All right. And it fell in line perfectly with what I wanted to talk about tonight. And it just happens to be that way. People are looking for ideas, okay? Looking for ideas to help kickstart their shopping journey. People are searching for ideas. They want someone to tell them what to do. We live in a fast-paced microwave world where we got to have it right now, where we don't even have to think for ourselves, okay? So someone is wanting someone else to put the ideas in their brain to get them started for exactly what they want to go out and shop for. 55% plus searches for ideas on mobile have grown over 55% in the past 2 years. 135% plus mobile watch time of YouTube videos with ideas in the title have grown over 135% in the past 2 years. So let's say we go down and we're going to sell the local horticulture shop or the local plant shop or the place that sells you your seeds. It's a seed shop to grow your vegetables and to grow your garden. Okay. What are people going to be looking for online in Commerce, Texas, if I want to build a garden? I'm going to be looking at the best idea on a nursery. Thank you. I want to look for the best idea on how to grow watermelons in the state of Texas, in the soil in Commerce, Texas. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to search for what? Hey, best way to grow watermelons in Commerce, Texas. Okay. Hey, Michael, can you switch to all panelists and attendees and post that, please? He just posted an example of using best in client marketing. I don't know how. I don't think I can change that for you. So people are looking for ideas. People are looking for someone to tell them how to do this. So what do you need to do? You need to do some idea videos, and you need to charge those people for them because you need to let them know that people are going to be searching for them. And when they search for them, and you need to make sure that they're inside their app, okay? And we're not going to get to it tonight, but I'm going to show you how to make a video page in your app next week, along with everything else we're trying to get squeezed in, okay? You need to make sure those videos are inside, your app so that you can make sure that somebody just asked a question. Hang on. I still don't think they can see the Q&A. You have to click on all panelists and attendees. I'm not, Kenny, share with him how to do that because I really want that video in there and I can't copy and paste it. So what happens is you've got to talk to them and you're not saying it. You're saying, hey, let me tell you what Google recommends. Everybody knows who Google is and everybody knows that they are the authority on marketing online. Yeah, you need to switch it to all panelists and attendees. And you need to let them know that, hey, this is what's going to bring your customers into you. If you're selling watermelon seeds, you want to be able to grow the best watermelons in Commerce, Texas. You need to drive people to that video because that's what people are going to be searching for. Okay. Searches for ideas on mobile have grown over 55%. If I'm driving down the road, thank you, buddy. If I'm driving down the road, okay, and I pull over like I'm supposed to, and I search from the side of the road like I'm supposed to, then what's going to happen is I'm going to say, hey, Commerce Feed and Seed has this great video. Let me see where they're at. And guess what's at the bottom of that video? A link to the app. You can actually put a link to the directions tab in the video. And they're going to click on that tab and they're going to go right to their mobile web app. Okay. And that mobile web app is going to give them the directions right to the store. And they have the opportunity to save that. But now you've got the mobile web app in front of them. Guess what else is going to happen? They're going to see that big button up at the top that says, hey, click here for coupons from Commerce Feed and Seed. And so now you've started that circle, okay? That circle, that funnel that brings people back into that store because now they're going to get in the marketing platform. You're going to be marketing back to them. They're going to come in, and when the next thing comes up in the fall for when you plant fall corn or whatever, Send out that feed and seed store, going to be able, because that's what people are coming in there for, right? Feed and seed. They're going to be able to send it out. Why? Because they already know that people are going to search for it. People are looking for ideas on how to do things. So you have to make sure that when you're talking to these people, that they know that they are the best, for one. Okay. Now, if they're not the best, fake it. Fake it till you make it, as they say. All right, because there's some restaurants in town that I don't go to. I took William yesterday to one of the best breakfast houses actually the best breakfast house in Commerce. You know, they are the best, and I don't mind saying that they're the best. And I'm proud to take people there and bring, you know, people that I know into that place. But people are looking for ideas. They're looking for ideas. There's some examples down here on the bottom. Teacher gift ideas. Maybe you've got a store in town that sells teacher supplies and teachers' gifts. And, you know, when Christmas comes around, people are wanting to buy the teachers something nice for Christmas or for the birthdays or for the Valentines, so the kids can suck up and try to get a better grade because they stay in trouble all the time. So the parents go out of their way to buy nice things. Teacher gift ideas. So you do a nice little video for them, a nice little 2-minute video. Maybe the person that's in the teacher shop has a nice, is very crafty, and you can go in and you can set up your iPhone or your Android phone on a tripod, and you can shoot them actually doing a 2 or 3 minute video on teachers' ideas. And what are they doing? They're promoting the products that are in their store. Now, when I'm sitting in Commerce, Texas, and I search for teacher ideas, because Google knows where you're at, because they triangulate you with your cell phone signals. And if you got GPS on, they know exactly where you're at, and they pinpoint you with that. So when you search for teacher ideas, it's going to come up in your hometown, because Google is very good at sending local information to your phone. How many of you have gone to Google and you look on the bottom of the page and it says exactly where you're at? All the time. And iPhone just came out with 11.2.2, by the way, and I'm not going to download it. All right. So ideas, $10 gift ideas. People are looking for $10 gift ideas all the time, right? A birthday party's coming up. An office party's coming up. A Secret Santa's coming up. So people are going to search for $10 gift ideas. So the local store there that sells whatnots and pans and stuff like that, kitchen items, and what a great place to go there and say, hey, let me show you what Google says. And let me tell you what I can do for you to help grow your business in your store. You do want more business, don't you? Obviously they do. They're going to say yes. Okay. Gift ideas for someone who likes to cook. There's a cooking store in your store, okay, in your town that sells pots and pans. All right. Making a list, tapping into others' ideas, provided pre-vetted inspiration. Mobile searches for shopping lists have grown over 150% in the past 2 years. 55% plus searches for outfits increased by over 55% in the past 2 years. Outfits for backpacking, outfits for camping. And I was just talking about a while ago how we set up the micro moments and micro commitments when we set up the beacons. Okay. When someone walks into a store, they just bought some blue jeans. We recommend the shirts. Okay. Others have bought this when they bought this. All right. And so people are searching for that. Outfits for backpacking gear, shopping list, beginner makeup shopping list. All right. Yeah. Amazon's the best. And that's who I copied, Amazon. Used car buying checklist. And you can go into a used car dealership. Let's just ping on that one for a moment. You can go into a used car dealer and sit down with them and say, hey, let's go through a nice checklist that we can put in your app. And you do it correctly and you put the information in there. And then in the SEO section, which we're going to go into, I hope, tonight, you're going to go into the SEO section. And what are you going to put? You're going to put their information in there, where to find you, the address, and all the normal stuff that you would put in there. And you're going to put in there, hey, used car buying checklist. Get the best used car buying checklist here. And so when Google starts crawling that and people search for that, guess what's going to pop up? That app's going to pop up. They're going to click on that in the search engine there, okay, because it's been SEO'd correctly. And now that app's going to pop up because the app's got the information in it. It's got the page in it. It's got the used car buying checklist page in it. All right. So now we're building out these apps just a little bit more. You don't have to go crazy. All right. You don't have to put like 60 hours into one of these apps. If you do, I recommend that you get about $2,000 for it if you're putting that much time in it. But you don't have to put a lot of time in these, but you need to put the right information. Does everybody understand that? You don't have to spend a lot of time. You have to put the right information. You don't have to be a copyright specialist. And I'm going to show you in just a moment where to get your best ideas on how to write the information that you're going to put in here, because somebody has spent money to do this. And I'm going to show you exactly where to get the stuff you need. So best ideas. So we need to do making a list depending on what the business is. People that are looking for ideas. Finding a brand. I cannot stress enough how important brands are. Not only the brands that the business is selling, okay, and that's what this is talking about. The top brands, Levi's, Wranglers are very popular here. Justin Boots are very popular here. I don't want to have to go to 15 different places in commerce to try to find Justin Boots. When I want to look for Justin Boots, I want to know who's selling Justin Boots. Okay, so I need to make sure that that app that I'm working on that's selling Justin Boots actually promotes Justin Boots. And I want to make sure that they promote Wranglers. Or I want to make sure they promote whatever the high quality women's jeans are. Okay, or the nice blouses or the nice dresses. When we're talking about brands, we're talking about actual product. Okay. I'm a Black Angus steak person. I will not order a steak off of a menu unless it is 100% and it will say it on the menu. And I know you can go to a restaurant and they'll say it and it may not be. That's against the law. And if you go to a nice restaurant, it's going to be what it says. I'm a 100% Black Angus steak person, period. I will not eat anything else. That's what I want. That's the quality of meat I want. And that's what I like. I like the taste, and that's just what I'm accustomed to. So if I'm looking for a Black Angus steak, that's what I'm going to search for. And if I own the restaurant that is selling high quality, 100% Black Angus beef, I want to make sure that I use that in my branding. Very, very, very important. The app should say exactly what the story is. And I know, I can't remember who it was. Someone was asking for help and tips on their app in the group. Okay. And I opened the app and I think I was the first to comment. I didn't even know what it was. And it was a dance app and it had a picture of a very nice looking dance instructor lady there. It looks like she probably owned the dance studio for several years. And I'm sure if people in that area opened it up, they would have known who she was. But I had no clue what that app was. There was no branding whatsoever. It opened up to a splash page. It didn't open to a home page. And so those are the things you have, excuse me. Those are the things that you have to think about. When I open up an app, I want to know where I'm at. So if I'm at Jacques restaurant, okay, and Jacques serves 100% Black Angus beef, that needs to be on that nice looking logo that you've got stuck up there at the top of that header. So that when I open that app, I know what I'm looking at. I know that I'm in the right place. If it's just a picture of Jacques, okay, and Jacques' a nice looking guy. I've seen pictures of Jacques. If it's just a picture of Jacques, I don't have a clue what he does or who he is, or for that matter, if he even owns a restaurant. So make sure that not only are you branding, okay, that you're branding the app with the products, but make sure that it's branded to the business that you're working with. 80+% mobile searches containing the word brands have grown over 80% in the past 2 years. Okay. Top brands for jeans, top brands for belts, top brands for shoes, top brands for steaks, top brands for shirts, you know, top tennis shoe brands. People are looking for the best. Things cost a lot of money today. They are looking for ways to buy the best at the best savings. Okay. And I'm here to tell you, if you do it right, you will drive more traffic to those stores. You will make plenty of money to pay for your time, and they will get the business that they deserve. Right here on the bottom, it talks about it. Top men's clothing brands. You know, like I said, I wear Wrangler jeans. That's what I wear. I've got some Levi's and some other stuff, but I wear Wrangler jeans. I've got some Wranglers that I've had probably for 20 years. Some of them I can't get into. Some of them I can. Well, I tell people I got my own clothing store inside my own house, every size you can possibly think of. Top men's clothing brands, best cold weathered clothing brands. Okay. It's getting ready to get very cold. They're actually calling for snow sometime this week. I saw in the news today. I don't know when. It's still saying it's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow. But best cold weather clothing brands. If I'm working outside, I want to stay warm, and I want to go to the place where they sell the best warm clothes. I can promise you, stuff that just because it says thermal on it doesn't always mean it's warm. All right. Good luggage brands. Extremely important. If you've got a store in your town and you're going out talking to them, and what's a good luggage brand? I know there's one that starts with an S, but I can't think of the name of it. I've got 2 pieces of luggage under my bed, but you know, there are luggage brands that are Samsonite. Thank you, Samsonite, and that's what I got under my bed. Samsonite. I couldn't think of the name of it. If you're looking for Samsonite, you know, that's what you want, and that's what you're looking for. You know, that's what you're going to search for. Samsonite, Commerce, Texas. Who sells Samsonite? Well, maybe I've got to go to Greenville, Texas, because nobody here carries it, and Google will tell me that. Okay, so let's do a quick overview here, and then I'm going to go up and we're going to spend just a little bit of time in Google. Does everybody follow me? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? I know Michael Cahill, he's been not branding, but he's been SEOing his apps for a while. I think he talked about it 2 years ago, where he was getting his apps on the front page of Google, simply doing what we're talking about now. He was ahead of the curve. I mean, he understood that he needed to get these apps out there where they needed to be, and he's been SEOing these. The SEO has been in the platform for ever since we built it. Okay. People are looking for ideas. People are making a list. Backpacking gear shopping list, beginner makeup shopping list, used car buying list, ideas, teacher gift ideas, $10 gift ideas for someone who likes to cook. And you can sit down and you can look at this and you can make this list as long as you want. Okay? Make this list as long as you want. Brands, top men's clothing brands. Wranglers, Levi's, Justin Boots, Nike tennis shoes, Adidas. Who in my town carries that product? And that's what I'm going to look for. And that's what I'm going to search for. Best cold weather gear, best luggage. Okay? Any questions at all? Anybody? While we move on here. Can everybody see Google? Now we talked about, yes, okay, thank you. We talked about earlier that it's extremely important that when we're out building these apps, we make sure that we have their social media links on these pages. And number one, we want to make sure that they've got Now, I don't know how many of you have driven deep in here. Let me make sure I'm on it. Yeah, everybody can see it. I'm kind of getting this down. Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Instagram, huge. I tell you right now, if you're dealing with a clothing store or something like that and they're not on Instagram, they are missing out. They need to have everything that they're doing in that store on Instagram and Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Some of you are big on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is almost like Facebook. I don't know if you've been in LinkedIn lately, but LinkedIn is almost like Facebook now. I mean, they have totally changed the way they do things. I mean, it's really, really cool. People are posting in there just like in Facebook. I've started sending my stuff. I've got a program that I can post to Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at the same time. Pinterest. Pinterest is a great place to post these pictures and stuff. Yelp, TripAdvisor, Foursquare, Zomato. These are for restaurants right here. Zomato is actually the new Foursquare. All right. Foursquare is kind of gone. So, but these are the important ones. Yelp, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And all you do is put those in there. And they pop up on the bottom of the app, okay? You have to make sure that they are there. Now, I want to show you something. The first thing on this page right here is Yelp. Well, the second thing, Yelp, okay? 10 best shoe stores near Commerce, Texas. Lucky Brand, I don't have a clue what that is. It must be, yeah, it is. It's an online store. Cavender's is actually in Greenville, Texas. Joe's Jeans, I don't have a clue where that's at. We don't have clothing stores here. But think about this for a minute. Let's say you got a small clothing store in your town. Do you know how easy it would be to get, if they're selling jeans, to get on the first page of Google because there's nobody else there in your hometown? Nobody. Now let's go up here to best restaurants. Best restaurants in Commerce, Texas. Does everybody see this right here? I was talking about earlier, making sure you're in Google Places so that you pop up at the top. These are actual places in my town. I eat at Lone Star. I eat at Dos Laredos. Matter of fact, I ate there just last evening. And I eat at Luigi's every Friday and or Saturday night. Lone Star, I eat there about once a month because I like it, but it's very high price. This is where I get my chicken fried steak. Chicken fried steak there is going to cost you $20. All right. So these three restaurants here are the top three restaurants in Commerce, Texas. And you can see they got a 4.2, a 4.6, and a 4.4. You need to make sure that when you go in here and you claim these places and you do this, okay, that you have SEO'd this and make sure that all your information is correct, that everything you do is got the right phone numbers, has the right information. McKay's Country Kitchen is a place that we went and ate breakfast yesterday. But you can see right here that you can edit these, suggest and edit. Put the website in here. You can put all the information. What website do you want to make sure is in here? What link do you want to make sure is in this Google Places? Anybody at all? No? Your mobile business card, your mobile app, your mobile web app. Why? Because where are people searching at when they're driving down the street and these pop up? They're searching on their phone. So if you want to click on you want to make sure that they click on the mobile web app. All right, so that they get the right information. Some of these places have not been claimed. That's a business in itself, and we won't get into that. All right. Las Mochis, I go there maybe once every now and then. But here's all the restaurants in Texas. There's my favorite Sonic. And you need to go through here. And this is a great, we talk about leads all the time. All right, we talk about leads. People say, well, where do I get leads at? Right here. There's a ton of them. All right. There's a ton of them. Okay, everybody got it? This is called Google Places. You need to make sure all the citations are up to date. You need to make sure all that stuff's done. And this needs to be, you need to make sure that this information is in that app. It's very important. Now you're getting your cross-linking going. You need to make sure that the link, the mobile web app link, is inside these websites. All right. 10 best commerce restaurants, TripAdvisor. Lone Star's a restaurant. Yelp, Luigi's, Open Table. Everybody knows what Open Table is. Zomato, Facebook. Okay. Now I want to show you something. You notice there's only 2 places on the front of the restaurants in commerce. I can tell you now, whoever did these Facebook pages knew exactly what they were doing. They've got them SEO'd correctly. You can SEO your Facebook pages. You can put all your information in there. You can put about us and all that stuff. If that's done correctly, it will pop on the first page of Google every single time. All right. So when somebody goes in and puts best of, you want to make sure that that's done. Now let's come over here and say best ideas for cooking. I know nothing in commerce is going to come up there. Okay. For a date. Best ideas for cooking for a date. Now, I'll fix it to show you something. You're going to say, wow, I didn't even think about that. What if you've got a flower shop, okay, in your hometown? And you've got that flower shop in your hometown, and you go to them and say, hey, listen, I'm going to do something for you that is really off the wall. And you're going to say, why are you going to do that? But I want to drive traffic into your store. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do a video on the best cooking ideas for a date. So we need to get one of your ladies to come in, and we need to have some best ideas, and we need them to talk about that while standing in front of this big bouquet of beautiful red roses, okay, and some of the other nice things that someone would want to share with on a date. And now you're going to SEO that video, and you're going to SEO their app for not only best flowers in town, but for the best cooking ideas for a date. And now what you're doing is when someone Googles that, and you can see here, there's nothing here, BuzzFeed, you're going to be able to get on the front page for Commerce, Texas, best ideas for a date. And it's going to drive them where? It's going to drive them to the flower shop because, guys, we all know, BK, preach it, brother. We all know that if we're going to do our ladies right and we're going to cook them a nice meal, we better have a dozen red roses sitting over there on the counter to hand them when they walk in, okay? And we hand them those red roses as we light the candles as they're getting ready to sit down to that beautiful meal that we cook because we got the best cooking ideas for a date. Now, what are we going to put inside that mobile web app? We're going to go on and we're probably going to find some nice tasty videos, okay? Some nice tasty videos that we're going to link inside the app, all right? So that we can teach these guys how to cook that beautiful meal for our beautiful lady, where we're going to give her beautiful flowers and everything comes together. And guess where they get it from? They're going to get it from the Flower Shop's mobile web app. Does everybody follow me? Does everybody see that funnel that we're building, that complete circle, that complete loop? Yeah, we're kind of getting out there a little bit. It's like, man, Kerry's adding some more things to the app that he's never talked about before. Why do we want to do that? Because Google says you better do it if you want to stay in the game. Okay? You better do it if you want to stay in the game. Now, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to take about 5 more minutes here, okay, about 5 more minutes to go through and show you something. And we're going to go deeper in it, but I want you to start thinking. I want you to put your thinking caps on. And I'm going to get with Michael Cahill. I know Michael Cahill has SEO'd some of his apps. And I'm going to get with him, and I'm going to see if I can't use a couple of his apps. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't never do this. Okay? I don't never do this. I've never done it. All right? Never do it. I sell mobile business cards. I've never done it. But I can tell you, I'm fixing to increase my business in 2018 because what am I fixing to go back and upsell? Ken, What am I fixing to go back and upsell, brother? I'm fixing to go back and upsell SEO. Exactly what we talked about yesterday. Exactly what we talked about yesterday. So we're going to come in and we're going to go to settings. Okay. We're going to go to title and description. Now, for those of you that remember or don't remember, this top title here is the title of the app. This title right here used for search engine SEO. This is the 40 characters that you need to put in. Oops. That go right here. See right here, romantic date night. Can everybody see me switching screens? I forget. I get on a roll and I forget. Yeah, you can. See this right here, this title, romantic date night, dinner recipes and menu ideas. That's going to go right here. Title used for search engine SEO. Does everybody see that? This is the title of the app, Carrie's Barbershop. We separated that out so that we could change this SEO title to be correct when we set up the SEO for the apps. Okay. So right here, this is what we're going to put. Now, we're not going to put this. We're obviously going to change it, but I'm just showing you here. That's what would go right here. Okay. Now, if you notice, what is this called right here? GeniusKitchen.com. What did they do at the end of this, this title? They put their business name. So if this is Martha's flower shop, okay, we would put romantic date night dinner recipes and menu ideas, Martha's flower shop. What does that do? When people start searching, searches the title first, right? It's going to search the title for that keyword. They're looking for a flower shop in Commerce, Texas. They're going to type in flower shop, and this is going to say Martha's Flower Shop, Commerce, Texas. Okay? Does everybody follow me? I know I have put out probably more information than that than I put out the last 6 months. And this is a lot of heavy stuff, but you're going to have to go back and watch this video because this is probably one of the most important trainings we're going to do all year. Because this is not only going to change your client's business, this is fixing to change your business. You want to add another 30, 40, 50, $100,000 to your business this year? Listen up. Okay? Listen up. All right? So romantic date night dinner. Now this is the information that we're going to put in the description. Bacon wrapped asparagus. That is making me hungry. Bacon wrapped asparagus bundles. How can you go wrong with bacon wrapped anything? These were so good. We actually had them twice. All right. That's the description. So now, oh boy, he has seen the video. He has searched for it. Videos on the front page. The romantic date night dinner. Martha's Flower Shop, Commerce, Texas is up here. It pulls it up at the top. He's going to click on that. He's going to go to the mobile web app because he's sitting there shopping, looking at it on his phone while his girlfriend is inside the Walmart because he wants to do something special. And this pops up on the phone because you inspected it great. I mean, SEO'd it correctly. Okay. Everybody got it? Everybody got it? Well, this is a barbershop app. This is a barbershop app. This has nothing to do with the app that I'm currently in. Okay. Has nothing. Don't look at this right here. Let me remove that. Has nothing to do with the barbershop app whatsoever. I'm just sticking with the theme that we were on. Okay. Talking about the title search and using this up here. Okay. If we went with the barbershop, best barbershop in Commerce, Texas. All right. West Side Barbershop. That's where I get my hair cut. All right. Best Barbers in Commerce, Texas, West Side Barbershop right there in Groupon, JC Barbershop in Yelp. He's no longer in business. Best Haircut near Commerce, Texas, West Side Barbershop again. You can see that they've got a great Facebook page. They're right up there in the top 5. Top best commerce. So what I would do is I would come in here and I would say, okay, let's see here. Best Barbers in Commerce, Texas. That's popping on the top, right? So we want to put the best barbershop in Commerce, Texas. So we're going to do that. But we're not going to say the best top 20. We're going to say the best barbershop. We're going to put it right here. And at the end of this, we're going to say Carrie's Barbershop, Commerce, Texas. All right. And now we're going to come in and we're going to take a look and see what these guys are popping for the top here. West Side Barbershop in Commerce, Texas will tame your mane and leave you feeling and looking your best. This salon offers more than just hair treatments, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to come in. And, of course, we're going to change this a little bit, okay, because we don't want Google slapping us. And that's what we're going to put right here. Best Barbershop in Commerce, Texas. Here we got it again, all right? Will tame your mane, leave you feeling looking the best. See, they did it again right here. See this right here? It says best. That's their SEO. That's the SEO. That's their keywords. This salon offers more than just hair treatments. The stylists are creating a whole new look just for you that will bring you out your inner confide. I don't know what the hell that means. But so anyway, West Barbershop in Commerce. That's what we're looking for. Best Barbers in Commerce, Texas. So now you've got your SEO going on. You got your title right. You got your description right. Now, BK, I'll put this back down here. For if you guys didn't see it, BK asked, was I selling a kitchen or was I selling a barbershop? And that was really good. All right. So here we are. All right. So we've got our app done. We got our SEO done, and we've got it done properly. Now you say, well, Kerry, I don't know that much about SEO and I don't know that much about keywords. What you want to do is, we know that the keyword is what? Best barbershop, commerce. All right. You don't even have to put Texas in. It's going to know you're in Texas. You can just put commerce. All right. So we go up here and we say, wow, every one of these says Commerce, Texas in it. Every one of these. Now I'm going to show you something. Did the same thing, all right? But here it pulled up Commerce, California. Bop that one in there. Commerce, Michigan. You can put TX. But it knows where I'm at. So Barbershops, Commerce, Texas are going to come up top, all right? Commerce, Texas here. Commerce, Texas here. They've done a real good job on this Facebook page. Real good job. And you just come in here and this is the title. You say, okay, well, there's best, there's barbers, Commerce, Texas. I don't want the top 20, so I'm going to take that out. Barbershop, Commerce, Texas, reviews on Barbershop in Commerce, Texas. This is a review site. So what were we talking about a while ago? You got to make sure that you build their Yelp page for them if they haven't. Charge them $100 to do that. Charge them $100 to do that. It's very important that they do that. All right. One way to sell this is go in and bring it up on your phone and say, let me show you something. You are not on the front page of Google, and that's what we need to do. We're going to build you a mobile web app. We're going to SEO it properly. We're going to do you a nice video. We're going to SEO it properly. We're going to get your citations done. We're going to put you in Yelp. We're going to put you in the different review sites. We're going to make sure that you get good reviews. And we're going to make sure that you get on the front page of Google because that's where you need to be if somebody's looking for your business. Okay. And this is where you do it right here. This is the magic. This title and description is the magic. You got to make sure these are SEO'd correctly. You got to make sure that the title is SEO'd correctly for the keywords that you want to use. All right. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? How much to SEO the current client? That's a hard. I mean, I charge pretty much $100 for everything. Is Michael Cahill still on here? Is Michael still on here? We'll do a little question and answer here. See what kind of prices he does for Michael. What kind of prices do you charge to SEO the apps? What is that, an upsell? Is that built into your pricing? Basically, do you have your microphone, buddy? I'm not real sure how to do this. That's what I'm trying to do. It won't let me. I think it did. It's not letting me for some reason. He said it's built in and most everything I do is part of a larger package. I mean, $99, $100. Put it around 99 to 149, and because this takes work. This isn't something that just, you know, you got to research, you got to look what everybody else is doing, and you got to make it happen. Okay, you got to make it happen. Somebody asked about citations a while ago. I saw that flip by when I was looking for Michael at the same time out of my peripheral vision. A citation is just a listing, okay, in the different different engines on the online. There's companies that do it. I don't think you need a bunch. I mean, Yelp is the biggie. Okay, buddy. That's probably why I couldn't connect you. But, you know, Yelp is huge review site. And you need to do reviews inside your, you need to do reviews in the app also. And we're going to talk about that next week. Any more questions? Everybody learn anything tonight? Awesome. All right. Well, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for coming out tonight. And that's going to wrap it up. We're going to stay in this. We're going to stay in the app next week. We're going to build out some things. We're going to build out an About Us page. I'm going to show you how to build out a menu. When I say a menu, that's a button over here that they click on so that you don't want to clog up the front page with a bunch of crap. Okay, there's nothing that drives me any crazier. Google says keep everything above the fold. The fold for an app is anything above the scroll. So you want to keep everything up. The menu is the place to go with everything else. We're going to talk about doing some SEO in the About Us. We talked about the ideas. I'm going to show you how to build out and use videos and set them up in the HTML and text pages so that you can build out different video pages. I like keeping my videos inside the app rather than them clicking on a link and going to YouTube. So I'm going to show you how to do that and how we can do a little bit of SEO. Absolutely, buddy. I was talking about products and services. We're not going to put a bunch of products and services in. We want to put the main products in there, you know, those kind of things. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here this evening. And we're going to be a lot more advanced in 2018 because we have to be. We're going to get knee deep into some advanced marketing and things like that. And hey, thank you, BK. Love you, buddy. And we're gonna make things happen this year. We're gonna make things. I'm standing up, clapping. Don't ask me why. But we're gonna make things happen this year. We're here to help you build your business, and we're going to take it to the next level for everybody. All right. Thank you, Ken. God bless everybody. Have a good night, and I will see you on next Wednesday night's training, where it's going to be just as exciting and just as informative. Have a good night, everybody.